Hello everyone, my name is Josheb and welcome once again to another episode of the Monday Melee. This week we're checking out Navi vs Dignitas Game 3 in the Spring Championship Qualifier. No, you are not seeing things. Stitches received a buff in the last patch and he is back in force. Navi has ridden Stitch's clutch hooks to a 3-level lead and Dignitas has chosen an extremely divey comp to combat it. Because this Punisher is going to be pushing the only lane with no keep, Dignitas has no choice but to force a fight a talent tier down and contest this Punisher. Thus far this game, Stitches has done a great job of hitting the blind hooks. In this case, I think he may have been trying to go for Karazim, but he does grab Diablo instead. Two things I want to point out. Notice how Tassadar is using the force wall to try and split the healers from their front line. He's trying to make their job as hard as possible. To add to that disruption, Stitches is using his formidable health pool to bully Dignitas and force them to deal with his shenanigans. In fact, you can see that once Dignitas is bunched up, he pops his bile and waddles through their backline to try and prevent their escape. Some quick thinking from Diablo allows him to suplex Stitches away and gives his team some breathing room. Dignitas uses this time to regroup while Navi grabs a couple more shrine kills. Diablo's Fire Devil talent is still active, and as he walks by the mercenary camp, he actually manages to grab aggro on them. Karazim makes the best of a bad situation and uses his trait to get some punches on the mercenaries and some free manaless healing. As Tyrande pops her owl, Tassadar pops Oracle here and Stitches immediately uses that vision to grab a hook onto Karazim with the provided vision. The hook is immediately followed up with a stun for Muradin to keep him locked down. As Karazim regains control and dashes to safety, Sonya follows Tyrande's Lunar Flare with a leap onto Falstad. Diablo chains it with Apocalypse and Kerrigan uses Maelstrom and her combo to finish Falstad off. The timing here is fantastic and they do manage to kill Navi's main form of disengage in one very expensive stun lock. It all happens so fast, no one is able to peel for Falstad. Muradin's stun is down and Sonya actually leaped over Stitches. The only real peel would have been to Maw on top of Falstad, but for whatever reason, Zagara spent her Maw on a lone Diablo. Dignitas has a temporary advantage here, but the team is spread out all over. Sonya and Diablo choose to focus on a very healthy Stitches while Navi is focused on the squishier backline. Diablo and Sonya realize the errant target switch here and give up on Stitches to assist their team. While Sonya's been focusing on Stitches, Zagara has been using the distraction to pour damage onto Sonya, which is why she has to depart here and use Furious Healing. Without the protection of their tank, Muradin is wreaking havoc on the assassins. He's putting out a fair amount of damage and allowing Zagara and Tassadar the buffer they need to pressure safely. But with Diablo marching in, they decide to back off. Dignitas maintains a 5v4 advantage, but their health and mana force them to break off and use that to catch up on the shrine. But Stitches utilizes his hook to force a fight near their towers, allowing them to regain their lost advantage. If you need a better understanding of why Stitches is such a good pick, look at the chasm that's been created between Tyrande and her team, amplified by Tassadar's great use of force wall. The wall forces Bakery to dash to get in palm range, and he does manage to save Tyrande with it. Sonya whirlwinds in to give Navi another target and try to pressure them into backing off, and as the palm activates on Tyrande, Navi will seize that opportunity and turn their attention to Sonya. Fortunately, Stitches and Muradin can't put out enough damage on her themselves, and she's out of range of both Tassadar and Zagara. Karazim has one dash left and then has to use it on Sonya to keep her up after some bad positioning leaves her stunned by herself. Karazim is now the target, and he limps away while Kerrigan tries to counter-pressure Tassadar. Tassadar ninjas out, and the monk falls to Muradin. With Karazim dead, Sonya is next on Navi's agenda, and a well-timed force wall ensures she has nowhere to run thanks to Stitch's great body blocking. The Furious Healing provides her a slight heal, but not enough to keep her alive through a Mutalisk. Tassadar grabs the killing blow before popping Oracle to check for juicy hook targets. Dignitas is in full retreat mode now, but Stitches is having trouble letting go and brings Diablo back for one last goodbye hug. Diablo gives Stitches one last high five and gives his old wrestling buddy one more suplex to remember him by. Kerrigan is initially running away, but understands she won't make it on public streets. She leaps back into the fray, perhaps hoping she can make it home with a detour through Juke City, but Tassadar's force wall serves as a stark reminder that that road is closed. The only real mistake Dignitas made on following up was to split their damage so hard. We've talked before about focusing on whatever target is most out of position, even if it's the tank, but as a team you should agree on who that person is. Diablo and Sonya chose to go onto Stitches while Kerrigan stayed near the healers fighting a Muradin in avatar form. Their damage and positioning was badly split. Dignitas had already done the impossible by getting a kill a talent tier down. If they had grouped up and started focusing on the shrine, they may have been able to gain some serious ground. Their hesitation allowed Stitches to make a clutch grab and bring the fight to the safety of their gates where a 4v5 is plausible. Secondly, once Stitches did get the hook, Sonya ran from her healers while she was low, forcing the monk to have to follow her bad positioning to save her. Keep in mind whenever you're playing with a Kharazim that you are not going to get a ranged heal, they have to be next to you. If you have bad positioning, you are giving your monk Sophie's choice every time you get low. Are they going to let you die, or risk dying themselves in an attempt to save you? One final note about this fight, Stitches is back and he wants to play. As always, the link to the full fight is in the description, and I'd encourage you to go watch Alex play as Stitches. He lands so many clutch hooks that really cement this victory. Zagara's massive creep spread and Tassidar's liberal use of Oracle means that he has very few blind hooks. In the coming months, I think you're going to see a lot of teams building around Stitches again, and I for one can't wait to be hooked on Stitches all over again. Let's watch this fight full speed with Kaldor and Tetcher's commentary.
Try and snipe, maybe crossbay in the back. Go for those abilities. They have the cooldowns already now that Apocalypse is off cooler. Again the hook. Alex, it's just insane. He sees it coming. He hits that hook again. They are trying to go for Grand Paquette, but once again it's the 20 talents, and we're having once more Alex trying to go in. Where's that hook? Doesn't hit it, still on cooldown, but Dignitas is looking for an opening.
Yeah, Bakery is the one who gets hooked in this time. He's able to dash out. Zarbali with the leap to the backline. In comes the Apocalypse. They get Falstad. The shield not enough. They're turning onto Infernal the more. Caught JPL for a second, but now they're trying to focus down Alex. The revenge will be sweet, but Alex is surviving thanks to Tassadar. Zarbali dropping too low. Bakery and Whoopi desperately trying to fight Infernal. Crosby now the target. They're able to get a kill, but in comes the hook of the Tyrande, and she is able to survive thanks to the palm. And there is the stun onto Zarbani. He is still surviving this though.
Zarbani is still getting out of there. Bakery at the same time is trying to dash away, but he's already down. And Zarbani again being attacked, yet this time he doesn't survive. It's a double kill, a 2-for-1. The hook again against JPL, the hook magnet. He's being eliminated. What a fight. Unbelievable. From the right to the left to the right. The stun actually hits. Whoopi is running. The force wall and the end of Carrigan. Level 20 versus 18. 18 kills against 4. Navi, what a game.
Well, that'll do it for this week's Melee. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as we are oh so tantalizingly close to 2K subscribers. Special thanks to those of you that sent me messages requesting specific fights. I hope this is what you were looking for. So again, we hope to see you guys tonight, and if not, we'll see you next Monday for a new episode of the Monday Melee. Monday. Cheer League games take place tonight, beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Come on out and support the Grassroots Community League, or sign up yourself for free at cheerleague.com. Straz and I will be casting at twitch.tv/Josheb. We hope to see you there. Tonight, you'll use the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.